All right, let's get started seated on our mats. Good. We'll take some time here at the start of class to center in and become present. Your hands can come to your knees, your eyes can come to close. Good. See if you can stack each vertebrae on top of each other. Let's check into maybe our thoughts first. Noticing maybe what we're thinking about, or any feelings that we might be bringing onto our mat. And then check into your body. Notice if there's any areas of tension or any areas that you're holding on to. Good, and then start to bring some awareness to your breath. Maybe not trying to change it just yet, but noticing for what it is. Maybe you're taking short, quick inhales. Maybe you're already breathing deeply. Good, let's check into the shoulders. Maybe just start to make some circles backwards, pressing your shoulder blades down the back. Bringing your ears up towards your shoulders. Sorry, shoulders up towards your ears. Good, let's reverse the circles. Bring them forward this time. Good. On your next inhale, bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Deep inhale through the nose. Good, exhale, shoulders away from your ears. Press them down towards the ground. Good, take that 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Good, inhale. And exhale. Good, bring your hands interlaced behind your head. So you kind of are bringing your elbows up outside of your ears. On our inhale, we're going to expand the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Good, and then exhale, bring your elbows in towards the center, round your back. Kind of moving into almost a cat-cow, but you're getting your shoulders a little bit more involved. Good, exhale, round it in. Maybe you pull down on your head, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Good, inhale, really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good, exhale down. Take one more, inhale here. Really expand the collarbones. Good, exhale, come down. Good, bring your hands down to the ground. And let's just start to twist back and forth, waking up our spine. Maybe you follow with your gaze. Building up some dynamic movement here, not holding anything or trying to twist too far just yet. Good, let's come back to center. Bring your arms out to a T, and then bring your right arm underneath your left. We're going to take eagle arms pose. The backs of your palms can come to touch, or if you can get that full range of motion where your palms are touching, you can do that. So bring your elbows up to shoulder length or shoulder height, and you should feel a deep stretch in the back of the shoulders. Play around here with moving your hands forward and then back, away from your face, and then coming back towards your face. Really keep those elbows at shoulder height. Good. Good. Let that go. Inhale, both arms up overhead, long body stretch. Exhale, right hand down, reach your left fingertips over, side body stretch. Good. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling, open up that chest. Exhale, push yourself back up to a T. This time we're taking it on the other side. Left hand or left arm comes underneath your right. Find your eagle arms here. Good. Check in when you get there. See if you can lift them up. Good. Notice if one side is maybe a little tighter than the other. And then wake up your inner arms by really pressing your hands together. So if your hands are here, press in. You should feel this wake up your shoulders. Good. Or you can press in this way. Good. Inhale the arms up overhead. Long body stretch. And then exhale, left fingertips down. Reach your right fingertips over. Side body stretch. Feel it all the way from your tips of your fingers down to your hip. Good. Inhale, see overhead. Exhale, come back to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Come over on to your back. Take some time here to massage out the back, maybe moving all the way up. Playing around here until you feel like you have enough momentum to come up over onto your child's pose. Knees are underneath the hips, shoulders over wrists. Good. Inhale your right fingertips high. Your left palm stays planted into the mat. We're going to take thread the needle pose. So your right fingertips come through your left arm, coming down onto your right shoulder. Good. Your left hand can stay in the mat, maybe pressing away, opening up that left shoulder, or you can bring your left hand behind your low back. Good. Your hips are directly over your knees still. Good. Inhale the left fingertips high first. Then press back into the mat, coming up onto all fours. Raise your right fingertips one more time. Good. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Take that on the other side. Left fingertips reach up first. And then exhale the left hand through the right arm. Come down onto that left shoulder. Option to hold it here or find that half bind. Bringing your right hand to the low back. Maybe opening up that right shoulder. Good. Right fingertips high first. Place that hand on the mat. Reach your left fingertips up. Good. Come back to center. Take a few moments here to maybe wake up the spine, doing some cat-cow. Or maybe moving your hips from side to side, opening up the side body. Find some movement here that feels natural and beneficial to you. Know that everyone's needs might be different today. So if there's anything that I offer you that doesn't suit you, feel free to modify or change it. Make this practice your own. Good. When you're ready, we'll meet in a child's pose, setting our intention for the practice. Your hips come to your heels, and then your arms reach long out in front of you. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Good. Take some time here to check in, maybe setting an intention, something to come back to when your mind starts to wander during class. So let's check back into our breath. On our inhale, our belly button reaches towards the mat, filling up the lungs. And then exhale, bring the belly button back in towards your spine. Empty out the lungs. Good. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, open mouth, side out. Good. Take a few more breaths just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more here. Exhale, side out. Good. Inhale brings you back up to your tabletop position. Let's find our foundation first. So spread the fingertips wide. Press each knuckle, each fingertip into the mat. And then when you're ready, tuck your back toes underneath you. Lift your knees off just an inch. Hold it here. Wake up the core. Keep the spine neutral and long. Reach the crown of your head forward. Good. On your next exhale, lift the hips, coming into your first downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal it out, maybe stretching into both calves. Good. Maybe option 2, snake through, high plank and back. Waking up the shoulder joints. Good. Maybe you send your hips out to the side, stretching into that side body. Good. Let's firm up that foundation again. Check into your fingertips, spread the fingers wide. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling as you let your head fall between your shoulders. Good. Option 2, find a micro bend in the knees. If that feels good to you and that makes you able to send your hips a little higher. And then reach your heels down towards the ground. Good. Inhale, come over to a high plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes, and slowly lower. Keep your elbows in at your sides. Come down to your mat. Good. Inhale, chest up, Cobra Pose. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. That'll be our Chaturanga flow. Option 2, make that your own by keeping the knees up and moving through up dog. Just make it whatever feels good for your body. However you feel strong. All right, on your next inhale, the right toes will go long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, drop the back knee, and then hook your thumbs and rise. Exhale, your arms open to a T, coming into a cactus. Good, reach the chest forward. Maybe squeeze your shoulder blades back. Good, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Good, exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back to a high plank pose. Option to take your flow. I'll bring you through dropping the knees down. Exhale as you slowly lower down. Good. Inhale, shine the chest up. Exhale, tuck your back toes, push your hips high for downward facing dog. Good. Take that on the other side. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop that back knee. Hook your thumbs and rise. Exhale, open the arms wide. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands, frame the front foot, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach out and then up, take up space. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold it here for a moment. Your hands can come to your shins. Option to keep a bend in the knees. Reach the crown of your head forward. Really Feel this pose and how you can find light. Good, take an inhale. And then exhale your hands down to the mat. Plant your hands and step to high plank pose. Option to move through your flow. Inhale on your cobra or up dog. And then exhale, sending your hips high for downward facing dog. Good, one more time on each leg. Inhale, the right toes long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, drop the back knee. Inhale, arms overhead. Different arm variation here. Exhale, prayer through to heart center. And then twist over to the right, hook your left elbow onto your right knee. Good, once you get here, press into the both palms. And then maybe look over your right shoulder, opening up that right shoulder. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, prayer through. Good, inhale, reach out and then up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back. Move through your flow. Exhale, slowly lowers you down. Inhale, shine the chest forward. Exhale, hips high. Good, inhale, left toes long, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Drop that back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Exhale, prayer through to heart center first. Then twist over to the left. Good, right elbow hooks onto the left knee. Press into the palms. Open up that top shoulder. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, circle arms overhead. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Hold it here for a moment. Close your eyes. Check into your body. Good. Maybe lift each toe off the mat and place it back down. Feeling the mat or the ground underneath you. Good. Check into your body. Maybe roll your shoulders up and then place them down. Hands can come to your sides. Finding a mountain pose here. Just taking a moment to kind of reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Feeling tall and strong here. Good, take a deep breath in. And exhale, open the mouth side out. Good, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Spread your feet about hips width distance. We'll find a quick forward fold of our choice. Option here to follow along with me. So deep bend in the knees. Grab onto your big toes. Good. Really sink your hips low. Look forward first. And then as you bring your head down towards the ground, your legs straighten last. So you're finding that forward fold at the hips first. And then letting your knees straighten last. See if you can let your head hang heavy. Maybe find a little sway here, back and forth, something that feels good in your body. Always an option, never a requirement. Good, inhale, come back to center. Bring your feet to touch at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back, move through your flow. Good, moving on to our Vinyasa Flow now. Inhale, the right toes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Keep both feet facing forward. Slowly inhale your arms overhead. Good. Exhale, bring your arms back behind you. Airplane arms, reach your crown of your head forward. Good, inhale, come back to crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Good, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, swivel that back heel down, open up for warrior two. Reach your arms out, deep bend in that front knee. The knee tracks over the pinky toe of the front foot. And then feel strong through the core, lifting the crown of your head up. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right hand high, left hand can come to your low back. Exhale, windmill your arms down for a low lunge. Left hand reaches towards the mat, right fingertips reach up. Low lunge twist. Good, open up your collarbones. Good, exhale, hands down, frame the front foot. Bring your back foot in just a little bit. Pyramid pose, both feet face forward. Try to see if you can get your whole foot on the ground. So both heels are touching. And then let your head hang heavy and maybe look up towards your belly button. Good, inhale, bend the front knee and look forward. Exhale, straighten both legs and fold. Inhale, bend the front knee and look forward. And then slowly start to lift those back toes off the mat. You're coming into your standing splits. Awesome. Try to see if you can form a long line of your back leg, your lifted leg. Feeling strong, waking up the muscles. Good. All right, exhale, curtsy squat. Bring your left knee behind your right knee. And then slowly press into your right foot. You're coming onto your one-legged Tadasana. Good. Mountain pose. Lift that left knee up in the air. Find your foundation first. From here, we're going to sink down into our chair pose. Left ankle on right knee. Start to send your hips back. Your hands can come to a prayer in front of your heart. Good. Find your foundation. Find a spot out in front of you that you can focus on your drishti. Awesome. Maybe see if you can sink the hips just a little bit lower. Stretching into that outer hip. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Good. Place both feet on the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through to heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step your feet back. Option to move through your flow. Good. On your next inhale, left toes go long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, come up to your crescent lunge. Good, arms overhead. Sink your hips down. Feel this pose. Good. Exhale, your hands back behind you, airplane. Good. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, airplane, arms. Send them back. Reach your crown of your head forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, swivel that back heel down, coming into your warrior two. Good. Deep bend in that front knee. Check in here. See if your shoulders are over your hips. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left fingertips high. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Right hand comes inside the left foot. Lift your left fingertips high, coming into a low lunge twist. Good. Exhale, both hands. Frame the front foot. Option to bring that back foot in for pyramid pose. Good. Let your head sink heavy. Square off your hips by bringing your right hip forward just a little bit. And then look up towards your belly button. See if you can really let your head hang heavy. Good. Inhale, bend the front knee and look forward. Exhale, straighten that front leg, fold forward. Inhale, bend the front knee and look forward, and then start to lift off those back toes, coming into your standing splits. Awesome. Hold it here for a few more breaths. Good. Get ready to find your foundation on your left foot. Curtsy squat first. And then slowly start to come into one-legged Tadasana. See if you can work that left hip. Good. Bring your right knee up. Hands can come to your sides. Then when you're ready, cross your right ankle over your left knee and start to sink your hips back. Good. Coming into our standing figure four. Option to bring the hands to the heart, maybe finding some balance. Really focus on that point out in front of you. This will help you feel more balanced. Give you something to focus on. Good. See if you can sink just a little bit lower. Good. Inhale, arms overhead, come to standing. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Take a Vinyasa Flow. Exhale, plant the hands and step your feet back. Always an option to skip and meet us in downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, bend the knees and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through to heart center. So our peak pose today that we're going to be working on is Eagle Pose. So we're going to be incorporating a little bit of those eagle arms we did at the beginning, and then also adding in a little bit similar to our standing figure four. So when we're ready, we're going to first find our foundation as always. Always important to feel grounded before you move into these balancing postures. All right, so when we're ready, place all of the weight into your feet. Really feel this here before we even start to balance on one leg. Good. Inhale your arms overhead. Let's find eagle arms first. Exhale, right arm underneath your left. Twist up. When you're ready, start to bend into that left foot. Reach your right knee up. And then start to sink into this. So your right knee is on top of your left. Maybe you'll hook your foot around your left ankle, or you can use it as a kickstand down on the ground. Good. See if you can sink your hips just a little bit more. Bring those elbows up to shoulder height. Good. Wake up the shoulders. Good. Hold it here for one more breath. On your inhale, come out, bringing your right knee up. Exhale, grab around your right shin. Give yourself a tight squeeze. Good. Exhale, both feet to the mat. We'll take that on the other side. Find your foundation first. Always remember to find that drishti, that point of focus. Help you balance. Maybe find that now. Good. Bring your arms overhead. Exhale the left arm underneath the right. Twisting up your arms first. Good. Find your eagle arms. And then when you're ready, bend into that right knee just a little bit. Lift your left leg off. And then twist around, finding your eagle legs. Good. Sink the hips a little bit lower. Bring your elbows up. Maybe playing around with bringing your hands away or towards your face. Good. Hold it here for one more breath. On your inhale, reach the the arms overhead. One-legged Tadasana. Wrap your arms around your shin. Give that leg a tight squeeze. Maybe lose your balance. All right, and then come back to center. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Take ragdoll pose. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. Find your sway here. Good. Bring your feet back to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your feet back to your high plank pose. Good. Option to move through your flow or meet us in downward facing dog. Good. Let's take 2 clearing breaths in our downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs. Exhale, open the mouth, side out. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Right toes will go high this time. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, coming into a low lunge. You're going to walk the hands over to the left side of the mat so that your toes come to face the left side of the room. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Option to play around here with a couple of different options. You can interlace your fingers behind your back and let your fingertips fall forward, stretching out the front of the shoulders. Another option would be to place one hand down and then reach the other up, coming into a wide-legged forward fold twist. And then matching that to your breath, inhale brings your fingertips up. And then exhale, comes back to center. Find some movement here that makes sense to you. Maybe it's bending into both knees. Good. Come back to center. And slowly start to rotate your body back to the front of the mat. Walk your right toes over to the left side of your mat, moving into Pigeon Pose. So you're going to drop down onto your hips, onto your knee. Good. Your left leg is reaching long behind you. Your shin doesn't have to be parallel to the mat by any means. That can be really painful on the knee. So if you need to angle it in, please feel free to do so. If you have any sort of supports that you like to place under your hip, feel free to do that. And then when you're ready, slowly start to come down to your degree. Maybe that's staying onto your hands. Or if you want to come down to your forearms, feel free to do so. Maybe letting your forehead rest on the mat. A deep stretch for the outer right hip. Take this to your degree. If this doesn't feel good in your body, please come out of it. No need to hurt yourself doing online yoga. Take a few breaths here. Maybe finding some stillness. Maybe your mind is starting to wander again. See if you can come back to that intention that you set at the start of practice. Good. Start to walk your hands back underneath you. Pressing into your palms, lift onto the back toes, lifting your knee off the mat. Reach your right toes high for 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and open up that hip that we just kind of scrunched all together. Find maybe some knee circles or some ankle circles. Good. Exhale, come back to center. Drop that right toe down, high plank pose. Slowly lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, come on to your forearms. Coming into a Sphinx pose. Passive back extension here. Option to wake up the core, pressing your palms into the ground, and then pulling in towards your spine. You're waking up that core, engaging the lower abdominals. Good. Exhale, let go of that. Slowly start to bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. So your palms are directly underneath your shoulders. Your chin's a little bit closer down to the ground. We're going to take a Cobra Pose. So you're just pressing lightly away from the mat. Only your chest really comes off this time instead of your whole belly button. But maybe you squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. And then exhale the chin back down to the mat. Bring your right ear to the mat. Resting posture. Your hands can come to your sides. Take a few breaths here. Good. Opposite ear. And come back to center. Bring your arms underneath your shoulders. Press into the back of your toes. Pressing yourself back up for downward facing dog. Good. We'll take pigeon on the left side now. So inhale the left toes high. And then exhale, bring your shin behind your wrists, coming into your pigeon pose on the other side. Good. Take your time getting down into this pose. As a reminder, don't judge yourself for what this looks like in your body. Everyone's body is different. So take this to your degree and just make sure that it feels good and that you can stay present in the moment. But slowly start to press in your hands, coming back up onto your palms. Lift your back knee off the mat. Reach your left toes high. Then open up that side of the hip. Good. Take some ankle circles. Good. Exhale, come back to center. Start to walk your hands in towards your, walk your feet in towards your hands. And then sink your hips low, bringing both knees in towards your chest, coming onto your back. Good. We're going to take a supine spinal twist. First, grab both knees in towards your chest. Maybe hold it here for a few breaths. Stretching out the low back. Maybe rocking side to side. But when you're ready, grab hold of the right knee. Send the left toes long out in front of you. And bring that right knee over your side body. Good. Your right hand can come out to a T. to the side. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in this pose. Then exhale, let it out, maybe noticing that you deepen into the twist. Good, inhale brings you back to center. Left knee meets the right. Give yourself another tight squeeze here. And let's take that on the other side. Right toes long, left knee reaches over to the right. Left arm comes out to a T. Good, slowly come back to center. Option to take happy baby here or any other poses that I might not have brought you through. Maybe you want to take a legs up the wall pose. Maybe you want to take a little shoulder stand, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Do something that feels good for your body. Good. We're going to slowly start to find our way to our final resting posture, but take your time. You're still working on a couple more poses that would feel good in your body. Take your time to do so. Good, when you're ready, you can send your legs out long. Arms can come to your sides. As always, you can turn me off here if you want to take this time for the rest of your own practice. Otherwise, I'll bring you through a quick guided meditation. Let your eyes come to close. Feel your shoulders relax down to the mat. Check into your neck, the muscles of your neck. See if you can relax them. Maybe letting your jaw retract back into the mat. Good. Notice your breath here. Maybe bring awareness to the noises that you might hear in your house. The feeling of the air or clothing on your skin. Good. Now imagine your legs completely relaxing, letting your toes splay out to the side. Releasing any tension or hold in the hips. When you're ready, we're going to start to wake the body back up, wiggling the toes and the fingers. And reach the arms overhead. Take a long body stretch. As if it's the first stretch of the day, getting out of bed. Get that feeling of fingertip to toe stretching. Good. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little love, a big hug here. And very gently taking your time, knowing that you have this time and space to stay here if you'd like. If you're ready to move on, finding your way to a comfortable seat, whatever that might feel for you. But your hands can come to your knees, or they can come to touch in front of your heart. You can gently let your eyes close, bringing in gratitude and noticing all of the things and privileges that we have during this time when we can feel really locked down, celebrating those little freedoms. Thank you all for joining me today and practicing yoga alongside each other virtually. Namaste.